Hey, so good to see you. So today for reading, we're going to start the second section of our second chapter in Princess Pulverizer. In the first section, we saw that Princess Pulverizer and her friends traveled to a new place and saw new people, and these new people did not seem to like the dragon. They seemed to be scared, and that made Dribble sad. Well, let's take a look what happens in our second section of Chapter 2 in Princess Pulverizer. Here we go! Section 2. Section 2. Princess Pulverizer mused as she took another look around. Maybe there is something going on here. I don't like the sound of that, Lucas whispered nervously to Dribble. Before Dribble could answer him, Princess Pulverizer stopped a pouting passerby in the square. Excuse me, sir, she introduced herself. I'm Princess Pulverizer. Pleased to meet you, the man replied. I'm Peter Pastrami. Nice to meet you, Princess Pulverizer said. I was just wondering if you could tell me why... Is that a dragon? Peter Pastrami interrupted her nervously. He pointed to Dribble. Oh, that's just Dribble, Princess Pulverizer replied. He won't hurt you. Just Dribble? The dragon repeated angrily. Seriously? He looks mad, Peter Pastrami insisted. He's harmless, the princess assured him. Anyway, as I was saying, can you tell me why everyone here seems so sad? Salamistonia wasn't always a cheerless place, Peter Pastrami replied, pulling at his beard. Our kingdom was once a very joyful, full of joking, laughter, and tickle fights. I love tickle fights, Lucas said. No one gets hurt in a tickle fight. Peter Pastrami nodded. But that was before our beloved court jester, Lester, was kidnapped. With him gone, there's no one to make us laugh. Princess Pulverizer's ears perked up at the word kidnapped. People who were kidnapped needed rescuing, and rescuing was a good deed. Do you know who kidnapped Lester? The princess asked. The evil wizard of Worst, Peter Pastrami replied. Lester was always pulling practical jokes on him. What kind of jokes? Princess Pulverizer inquired. Harmless stuff, really, Peter Pastrami answered. Like putting mustard in his ketchup bottle, or hiding his mayonnaise. I hate mayonnaise, Lucas said. It's slimy. I know, Peter Pastrami agreed. Why would anyone put it on a sandwich? Well, actually, Dribble argued, if you spread a little mayo on the bread before you grill... Can we get back to the kidnapping? Princess Pulverizer interrupted. Do you know where the Wizard of Bursitis keeping Lister? Peter Pastrami nodded. He's got him locked in his tower. Hasn't anyone tried to rescue him? Princess Pulverizer pressed. Peter nodded. Sure, but no one has been able to do it. Even your kingdom's bravest knight, Sirloin, came up short. He had to return to Salamistonia without Lester, which was embarrassing, since he had never failed at anything before. Why did he fail? Princess Pulverizer asked. Peter Pastrami shrugged. He didn't have what it took to open the lock and free Lester. You mean the key? Princess Pulverizer wondered aloud. It takes more than a key to open that lock, Peter Pastrami explained. Rumor has it that the lock is magical. It will only open for someone who is selfless and pure of heart. Princess Pulverizer thought for a moment. What does that mean? She asked. Before Peter could answer, Dribble let out a loud belch. Bleh. of dragon fire escaped from his mouth. "Excuse me," Dribble said. "Sometimes Gouda gives me heartburn." But Peter Pastrami hadn't waited around to hear Dribble's explanation. At first sight of Dragonfire, he'd taken off down the road as fast as he could. Well, that's our second section. Hold tight. I'm going to give you some questions. We're going to talk about what we just read. Hey, so before we go into our questions, I wanted to show you the cool pictures in the part we just read. So here we have Peter Pastrami going, "Is that a dragon?" Right? He's pointing up to the dragon, up to Dribble. Says, "Is that a dragon?" He's looking very, very surprised. And then our other picture, we see Dribble. He's burping. But when he burped, fire came out. That is really silly. So silly. And funny. All right, let's take a look at our questions now. When I read this story, or this part of our story, I think that she, Princess Pulverizer, wants to try to save him. She wants to help him. Remember who him is? Remember that guy in chapter 2? Let's look back at chapter 2. He's trying to save Lester. Lester is gone. Someone took him. Someone took Lester. And she, Princess Pulverizer, wants to help. Now, let's talk about what I want you to say. All right, now it's your turn. Here's my question for you. I want you to tell me what she, Princess Pulverizer, wants. Tell me what she wants.
Hey, good job. Very, very good job. I know you love Princess Pulverizer. She's hilarious. She's so funny. So are all the characters. Dribble's my favorite so far. I love Dribble. All right, well, until next time, I hope you have a great rest of your day and keep reading and learning.